In this video, we'll be solving three different questions, one each on mean, median, and mode. So let's get started. In a survey of a high school book club, the number of books members read in a month were recorded as follows: 5, 8, 5, 10, 6, 8, 5, and 7. Based on this data, if a student were to be chosen at random, what is the number of books they are most likely to have read? In this question, we're trying to figure out which number of books is the most common among the students. When we talk about the most likely number, we're essentially looking for the number that appears the most often in the data set. This is where the concept of mode comes in. The mode is the number that occurs most frequently in a given set of numbers. So if we were to randomly pick a student from this group, the most likely number of books they have read would be the mode, the value that shows up most often. So let's first make a table of values to the number of occurrences. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. 5 occurs thrice, 6 occurs once, 7 also occurs once, 8 occurs twice, and 10 occurs once. So in this, we can see that the value 5 occurs 3 times, meaning if a student were to be chosen at random, they are most likely to have read 5 books, which is the mode of this data set. Now let's move on to our next problem, where we'll work with a different concept. At a community event, the number of visitors over 5 days were recorded as follows: 120, 150, 135, 160, and 145. To assess the event's success, calculate the average number of visitors per day. So when the question asks for the average number of visitors per day, it's asking for the mean. Now, the mean of a set of numbers is the sum of the numbers in that set divided by the number of numbers in that set. So in this case, that is 120 plus 150 plus 135 plus 160 plus 145 divided by the number of numbers in that set, which is 5. That gives us 710 divided by 5. Five goes in 7 once, with a remainder of 2. We bring down the 1, and we get 21. 5 goes in 21 4 times, the remainder of 1. Bring down the 0, and we get a 10. 5 goes in 10 twice, the remainder of 0. So the mean, or the average number of visitors that visited the event per day is 142 visitors. Now that we've looked at calculating the average, let's move on to another way of finding the typical value. This time, we'll determine the middle score of a set of data. After a recent quiz, the teacher shared his students' scores with the principal: 82, 76, 91, 85, and 78. To get a sense of the typical score among the students, the principal wants to determine the middle score. What calculation should she perform? So, when a question asks for the middle score, what it is asking for is the median. The median of a data set is the middle value in the data set when the numbers are arranged in order. If the data set has an odd number of values, the median is the exact middle number. If, on the other hand, the data set has an even number of values, the median is the average of the two middle numbers. So in this case, let's first arrange the values in the data set, the scores, in order. So we have 76, 78, 82, 85, and 91. As you can see, there are 5 values in this data set. Since 5 is an odd number, the median is the middle value in this data set, which is 82. So the median of this data set is 82.